Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Tennessee Smokies. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Ryan Jensen gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep in the games. Very rarely does he go.
Up next, Rafael Tolero. First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air to center field. Alcantara is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Into the box, Janeshwi Fargas. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, Janeshwi Fargas.
Now the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. So now here is Christopher Morel.
Batting second, the third baseman, Christopher Morel.
A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. There's one. On to first, a double play.
When a glove toss is executed successfully, it's a thing of beauty. When it fails, boy, does it look ugly. Here we get to see a great example of it to begin a double play. Quick and accurate with the flip, and they get the 2 outs.
All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Rafael Tolero.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
You froze him on the fastball there. Rafael Tolero.
4-4, take your base. He's out. 3. And hit him. First base. 3.
Stepping up is Rafael Tolero. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First delivery to him. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Behind 0-2 now. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Next up is Moise Gomez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Tolero leads off first with 1 away. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. He's running. Now he'll step off, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. The 1-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. And there's his first base hit in this one. Throw into third. Oh, and he's not going to make it to third as he's gunned down by the right fielder, and that's a tough second out.
Well, I understand they need to try and make things happen, but when you're down on the scoreboard, you cannot afford to make outs on the base pass, especially at third.
And now, Rafael Tolero. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Here's the first pitch. Very weakly on the ground. In the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Now the 0-2 pitch. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. This one pretty well in the bag. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Smokies are on top 10-0. Now it'll be Janeshwi Fargas. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ball game. Push softly over toward the right side. But this will be taken easily at first, and there are 2 gone.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. The Tennessee Smokies get the win after banging out 16 total hits. Ryan Jensen gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Tennessee Smokies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Tennessee Smokies.
Anderson Espinoza will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
He's set, and the pitch. Rafael Tolero is at the plate as he watches ball one. Guys, we take a look at the home nine as they take the field tonight. They're coming off a good victory here in front of the home faithful on opening day.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's a long season, but they were able to win the opener, and nothing would be sweeter if you could get in your car today and drive home 2-0. This is a big game. This is a nice little momentum either way. Another win here, and they're going to be feeling great about where they're at.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the three-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Spin and a throw back to second, and late reactions, and they got him. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fooled by the speed and location of that one. It's 2-2.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. Gushu is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Next to dig in, Taylor Gushu, who dropped a sacrifice bunt in his last plate appearance. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Ready now is Rafael Tolero. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job one at bat at a time.
Oh, and an ugly swing there. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Samble has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Now to the plate, Rafael Tolero. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And now the first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Nipped the corner. 2-2.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
That was aggressive pitching in that at-bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
He's out. Out. Three. Out. He's out. 3. Out. Out. 3.
And stepping in, Rafael Tolero. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Your pitch right here. Let's go, kid.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1.
Come on, big guy.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push and pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired.
Three.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
A 5-0 finish tonight. Tennessee led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Anderson Espinoza earns his first win of the season. Chris Mazza couldn't work out. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Game number 3 of this new season between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Tennessee Smokies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Ben Holmes starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on it? Next to hit is Rafael Tolero. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Here it comes. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Oh, yeah, Matty boy, it's time right here, D-Row, to start getting greedy. You win the first 2 of a 3-game set at home. It's time to get greedy and go.
Well, the play's been made, and with it comes the end of the inning. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Digging in will be Rafael Tolero. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
No balls and a strike to count. Almost got the corner, but it's inside for ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Fargas has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Next, it'll be Janeshwi Fargas. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here now the 2-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got to hurry. And he thought about going to second, but he'll go to first instead. And there's 1 away. Next up, Rafael Tolero. Flew out last time up. Now the first pitch. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Biscuits lead it 1-0. So the next to bat will be Rafael Tolero. Grounded out in his last at bat. First pitch of the AB on its way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. 1-0 home. 1-1 the count now. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
All even now, 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit back up the middle, scooped up, and he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. And Montgomery's out in front here, 5-1.
Tolero.
All set to start the 9th in this one. And here comes the first baseman, Rafael Tolero.
Come on now, get your pitch up there. Hey, let's go, big fella.
Now here's the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Here, huh? Drive it up there.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Here's another 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball.
Hey, see it up, drive it the other way. Let's go, big dog.
Swing and a liner. Fargas is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too.
Eight to 5 tonight. Tennessee used a 3-run 7th to help. Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Tennessee Smokies and the Montgomery Biscuits. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
I'm a selfish man. That's just the way it is. Want what didn't mind.
Brent Honeywell gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. So now here is Rafael Tolero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. It's so far so good as they enter play 3-0 on the young season.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps, line to line. This team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Samble is right there, 1 down.
He's out. 3. Tolero.
And now in the box, Rafael Tolero. He flew out in his last AB.
Wait for your pitch right here. Wait your pitch.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Ruhan, the runner at third. Hunt at second with 2 gone. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. 1 run is in. Throw comes to second. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We played 2 full. The Biscuits lead it 3-0. So now to the plate, Rafael Tolero. 2 RBIs already, looking for more here.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
He's set. Here it comes. And they start him with 1 high and away for ball 1.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
A runner on first with 2 away. Drops 1 down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single. Now to bat, Oslevis Basabe. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Ready on 0-2. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw home. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. A great throw from the outfield to cut down the run and end the inning. Certainly worth another look. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Rafael Tolero. From the stretch, here's the pitch. The 0-1 on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gonzalez is in his tracks now. 1 gone.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
4-0 the score tonight. The Biscuits took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Brent Honeywell gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. Cole Franklin was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak. The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Tennessee Smokies and the Montgomery Biscuits. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Rafael Tolero, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy has 3 pitches that he brings into his mix. And if he has all of them working, he has a chance to be really solid. A good pitcher, but he needs command of all 3 of his pitches.
Now at the plate is Janeshwi Fargas. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No offer at a letter high change. It's ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come out of the gates slowly. Just one of their first 4 have been wins.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone. Whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set, you take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Sample.
So next to bat will be Garrett Sample. And they'll issue the intentional walk here. Interesting decision with the bases empty and 1 away.
Ito.
Next to hit, Henry Ito. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the stretch.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that can run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
And he misses with it. 1-1.
Here we go now. Let's go.
And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Comes set. Now the pitch. Popped him up. Odom has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Gushew. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. First pitch on the way. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. So here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Popped him up. Kay has room in foul territory. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. And now here is Chase Strumpf.
Batting 6, the second baseman.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Now a curveball that misses high and away to start him out. It's ball 1.
It looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. That brings up Alexander Canario, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. The 1-0. A double play ball to second. 4. The tag gets 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we are tied 0-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Christopher Morel.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Ball 10.
And we got no one here.
Lifted in the air to center. One away here to begin the third. And that'll bring in Miguel Amaya. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Now here's the first offering. On the ground to the right side. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's there. He got him. Now at the plate, Janeshwi Fargas hopped into foul ground his last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And Montgomery's out in front here, 2-0.
Sample.
All set for the start of the 4th. And standing in the outfielder, Garrett Sample. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
2-0 now. 2 balls and a strike to count.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And there's their first hit of the game. In now, Henry Ito. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Just an excellent job of bat head discipline right there. Able to go below the zone. That pitch is not a strike. That was actually a pretty nasty pitch, and he was able to go down and spoil it.
Stepping in next, Taylor Gushu. And he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Sample at second, Ito at first with no outs. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
There's ball 4. Striding in is Pete Crow Armstrong. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First pitch on the way. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
0-1, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. They get the force at the plate. Over to second, a double play. Stepping in once again is Chase Strumpf. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here's the first pitch.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Behind 0-2 now. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Biscuits lead it 2-0. all ready to go in the top of the 5th. And striding forward, the designated hitter, Alexander Canario. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And now pitch on the way. To third. He's got it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Now to the plate, here is Christopher Morel. Flew out last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Now a ball rolled softly to second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Next, it'll be Miguel Amaya. He bounced out last time up. First delivery to him. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. To the plate now, Janeshwi Fargas, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. No hits to this point. High and deep down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. A pause and the 0-2. Hit in the air down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. Amaya stands at second with 2 gone. Again, another foul ball. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down out there near the wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. Did the last 2 batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Count now a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. At the plate now, Henry Ito. Ball 1. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
The 2-0 on the way. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging? Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
In the dirt here, and the runners will stay put here on ball 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Line drive to left. Oh, and he can't come up with it. In to score, the runner from second.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired. Going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. Lifted down the line in left. but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Home half of the 5th coming up. And Montgomery's out in front here, 7-3. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and set to go is the second baseman, Chase Strumpf. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Next will be the designated hitter, Alexander Canario. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped a base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So now to the plate, Christopher Morel. Grounded down the third baseline. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6.
Out. 3. Out.
7th inning ready to roll, and here comes the first baseman, Miguel Amaya.
Miguel Amaya.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's going to have to set his sights a little lower right there. That pitch was able to get by him. His swing was just a little under that one.
This is line to left. Spencer has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Janeski Fargas. He doubled his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Line toward right center, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Around second, he's on his way to third, and he's safe. The speed they always talk about with this guy was on full display there.
Yeah, when you've got elite speed like this guy does, Matt, you don't need any help from the fielders to give you more time. He's thinking extra bases as soon as the ball gets to the outfield, and that time he wanted 3.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up.
Wow, plenty of runs to go around in this one. Not a great day to be a pitcher, that's for sure. These hitters look like they knew it was coming as soon as the ball was coming out of the hand. A wild game indeed.
10-6, the final score in this game. The Montgomery Biscuits took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Rafael Tolero gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. David John Hers permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Tennessee Smokies and the Montgomery Biscuits. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next.
Your Montgomery Biscuits.
Luis Patino gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy with a pretty good three-pitch mix. Fastball, changeup, and a slider. His primary pitches are the fastball, and he will go to the changeup as well. Three-pitch guy, mainly fastball, changeup.
And now here is Rafael Tolero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
So stepping in is Rafael Tolero. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Tolero.
First pitch on the way.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Behind 0-2 now. The pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take.
Come on, baby, get your pitch up there.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 3 innings complete.
Tolero.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Rafael Tolero. He's struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. And this one runs up high. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on.
Wait for your pitch up there.
And that's the second out. So next to hit is Rafael Tolero, grounded out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side.
Well, the discussion around this game is real easy. It goes back to that big...
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Montgomery Biscuits. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
He's out. Ball 4. He's out. That's 3.
Ready now is Rafael Tolero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
1 strike.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
2-2.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece on it, huh? Let's go.
Hit out towards second. And this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Aliko Williams comes in hitting just a hair below 300 this season. And he takes a called strike 2.
Come on, baby.
Tolero aboard here at first with nobody out. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Johnson takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Moise Gomez. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-1 sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. And inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Next to stand in is Errol Robinson, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. Fielded cleanly, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Next, here is Rafael Tolero. He singled first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, down 0-2, he better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single. Digging in next, Aliko Williams.
Now batting, shortstop, Aliko Williams.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. So 1 run here on 4 hits here. No errors.
Driver.
Now at the plate here is Ira Driver. Worked a walk his first time up. Hit to first. Reined in. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Now into the box, Ivan Johnson. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Grounded up the first baseline. He's got it.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way.
Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Rafael Tolero. And the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. A bouncer up the middle, scooped up, and that's out number one. At the plate now is Rafael Tolero. He bounced out last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Pelletier is off of first with 2 away. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Two and 0 now. The 2-0 on the way is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Lookouts lead it 4-1.
4-4, 3.
Up next, Rafael Tolero trying here to plate the tying run from second. First pitch coming, here it is. In there, and it's 0-1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hendrick will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening. The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Montgomery Biscuits. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Nick Bitsko is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
Into the box, Alico Williams. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And this is on the ground to first, could be two. To second for one, on to first to complete the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Stepping up is Rafael Tolero, singled in his last at-bat. First offering. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Next up is Alico Williams.
Number 5, shortstop, Alico Williams.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Hit to short. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. The relay, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
And the pitch on 2-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Leading off the inning, it'll be Rafael Tolero, and they could use a spark from him here.
If you look at their win percentage or something like that right now, got to be honest, the odds are obviously stacked against them. But I'm looking for them to show me something right here. Maybe they get back in this game. Maybe they don't. But I want to see what...
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Wilson Garcia. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big-time K last time.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Chattanooga leads it here, 6-1. And now, Rafael Tolero. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Montgomery Biscuits. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. So stepping in is Rafael Tolero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I think if you would have asked the manager of this team, first 5 games of this road trip, you're going to go 4-1. He would have signed that in blood. So let the guys continue to play the way they've been playing. Everything is going nice right now.
And another foul ball. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So now here is Chris Oakey looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. 1-2. Here it is. Swing and a liner. That's in there. Base hit. Ryan is on his way home. The tag, and he's safe. They've taken the lead.
Dan, you were one pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here comes the first baseman, Rafael Tolero. Hit hard on the ground to short. Reined in. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. So now into the box is Rafael Tolero. Grounded out in his last at-bat. And the pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes now. Reached for and popped into the air, back behind second. Number 0 backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Next to dig in, Phil McLaughlin. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball right side. Fielded cleanly. Throw won't get him. Now it'll be Rafael Tolero. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the AB now. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Here comes the 1-2. On the ground, softly towards second. Scooped up. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. And stepping in, Darryl Ryan. He flew out in his last AB. Shoots this one over to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Chattanooga Lookouts. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Chattanooga Lookouts.
Number 27, the right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, this guy's one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. You're not going to see a bundle of strikeouts, not an overpowering guy. Puts the ball on the in and outside corners, up and down in the strike zone. A pitch-to-contact guy, so if you're looking for strikeouts, you're probably not going to see a boatload from this guy in this one.
Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team is starting to really come together. They won last night. They're playing really nice. I expect much more of the same today.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. A little chilly, but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And that's a fair ball, lined to the right side. Now to the plate, Aliko Williams. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Oh, and it froze him, and they got him.
Well, that's not a good look. No one likes getting picked off, but it's especially bad when it's your team's first hit. It's kind of deflating.
Digging in will be Rafael Tolero. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second.
There you go, baby. Find a good pitch.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the second run will score as that evens things at 3.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Next, it'll be Aliko Williams. He popped out in his first trip. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Batista gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Striding forward now is the DH, Alfredo Rodriguez, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Weak grounder down the line at third. Knee high, he barehands it. One there, not in time. Next up, Rafael Tolero. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, and he'll dive back in safely. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. Spencer leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 2-0 home.
Hey, here we go, here we go.
Runners off for second. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go.
Hit out towards second. Reined in. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And Montgomery's out. So the next to bat will be Rafael Tolero. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Now a look and a throw back to second. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Let's go. Put a charge into one right here. Let's go.
He's set, and the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Right to him. And there's out number 2. Digging in, the switch hitter, Wilson Garcia. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Now the 1-1 pitch. Bounce to first. Fielded cleanly. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Chattanooga Lookouts. Montgomery have lost their last 5 games. They'll attempt to break that streak right after this. Now at the plate, here is Rafael Tolero, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good take there to lay off the high fastball. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
And that one yanked just foul. Swing and a line drive. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. And now in the box, Aliko Williams comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Now a move over to first, and the runner back. Tolero gets his lead at first, nobody out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Friedel will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. And they get the double play.
Doesn't happen often throughout the course of the season, but right there, you talk about having awareness, taking advantage of a team that's maybe sleepwalking a little bit on the base paths. Unbelievable job to get 2 outs for the price of 1 in that situation.
So now to the plate, Rafael Tolero. He collected a base hit his first time up. Now the pitch. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Count is 1-2 now. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Number 0 is there, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are tied. Now to bat, Rafael Tolero. First pitch on the way. Pitch misses low. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Looked to me like they anticipated him trying to swipe that bag. I mean, the pitcher shortened his delivery to the plate, but it didn't make a difference in the slightest. He still swiped that bag.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery, and he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the fifth coming up. The Lookouts lead it 1-0. Next to hit is Rafael Tolero. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. He pulls into second safely as a run is also in, and with it they take the lead. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. So next to bat will be Aliko Williams, runner in scoring position with two gone. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch, and that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Hannes Acosta. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. And a double steal try here. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Tolero on second. Williams on at first with 2 down. Hot shot to third. He's right there. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Now at the plate is Rafael Tolero. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. He's set. Here it comes. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hendrick will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games, but they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Montgomery jumped ahead in the 7th. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Today it's the rubber match of this 3-game series between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Chattanooga Lookouts. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Now to the plate, here is Rafael Tolero. He will lead this one off today. First pitch of the AB on its way. Windup and the 0-1. Grounded to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Rafael Tolero. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Hunt stands at first with 1 out. Fouled off. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Bill takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down. Now at the plate, Wilson Garcia. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Softly hit toward the hole. Reined in. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Next to hit, Michael De Leon.
The second baseman, Michael.
Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. Fielded cleanly. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Striding in is Alfredo Rodriguez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. This is on the ground over to first. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Stepping in next, T.J. Friedl, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Right side, fair ball down the line. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Wilson Garcia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Friedl over at second. Hendrick is over at first with 1 away. Hit down the line at first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second.
Stepping in once again is Rafael Tolero. From the stretch, here's the pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors. Leading off the inning, it'll be Rafael Tolero, and they could use a spark from him here.
Offense just needs to find a way to get that pass the baton mentality. Starts 1 at bat at a time. I know they need base runners clearly. Maybe if they could get a few guys on the pillow, someone can bop one and get them back in this.
1-0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1. Stallings, a native of Louisiana, the Bayou State, is currently second in the league among relievers in all-star fan voting. The count now at 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Aliko Williams will be next. The 3-1. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next, it'll be Rafael Tolero, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Rafael Tolero.
From the stretch. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up, and the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag.
Well, the guy was was cast in the third inning when they posted a bunch of runs. After that, they did everything harder.
And I've seen a number of instances where you have a guy who's maybe a two-way player at your level, and you bring him into pro ball, and you make him a pitcher, and then you see his fast